Hello YouTube, this is Deckard49 and we're playing another Left 4 Dead 2 mutation. This mutation is called Death's Door. It's a co-op mutation and basically there's no in cap. As soon as you are brought to an energy that is below zero, you die. Simple as that. So without further ado, let's crack on. I've started here with bots. Hopefully some people will jump in soon. The campaign is the Parish. I've chosen to play the Parish to give a little bit of variety to the actual videos I have up so far, and I've also started with bots instead of people, but that should change very shortly. There's still quite a few people playing this. I had a little go beforehand as well, so I also went back and forth a little bit on the difficulty level that I was going to start with. This is actually normal. What I'd normally do is I'd normally be playing on advanced, but I'm not exactly sure how this mutation's going to play out. I mean, you know, if you think in a traditional game of Left 4 Dead, you know, co-op campaign, you probably rely quite heavily on people resuscitating you from in-cap, so I didn't want to put the difficulty up to advanced or expert and then have it bottleneck me somewhere down the line towards, you know, the finale and not actually be able to progress any. So I'm going to leave it on normal for the time being, which, to be honest, it feels a little bit light, but like I said, maybe later on things will pick up a little. I'm not exactly sure how the drops are going to work either. I just picked up a defib kit there, so, you know, presumably there will be significantly more defib kits, although in a way, if you think about it, that's just kind of a workaround for resin people. So instead of resin someone who are in cap now, you resuscitate them when they're dead. I mean, maybe there'd be a hardcore version of this where there is no paddles. That would actually be quite challenging. But put some Midnight Riders on, perhaps. I do like me a bit of Midnight Riders, as evidenced by a bunch of the videos that I've put up before. So do go and have a watch of the Dark Carnival versus campaign. It is quite amusing.
Reloading.
Alright, still with the tier 1 weapons here. Cable ties around the front of the Susie. These guns feel really underpowered actually. I always feel slightly uncomfortable with tier 1 weapons. I feel much better with an M16 or a combat shotgun or something like that. Fail! Alright, we're still completely botted up. I thought we'd have some additional participants by now, I think. They'll come. They'll come. Oh, what's that? Wait. A dead zombie. Alright, let's clear the way out here. Looks like we've had someone jump in there. Monster 50. Oh, that was bad form, Deckard. Come on, mates. Have a word with yourself. Alright, I'm just going to pop into the bathroom here. Don't worry, I'm not going to drop a juice. I'm just going to take cover. Funnel the zombies into one door-shaped orifice through which I can kill them all.
Reloading.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. See, this is the thing about normal. It's not actually difficult. I feel normal is slightly underpowered in terms of the way the game plays, the mechanics and stuff, because you never actually feel it threat at all, apart from at the finale. So one chapter or one segment out of 5 or 6, depending how you look at it, you know, when you're really feeling the pinch. But on the flip side, if you turn the difficulty up too much, like that, it's a complete bottleneck at that point, and you can't actually get past it without turning it down.
What the hell are you doing up there? Get inside!
I don't know. All right, so I noticed they've not been giving out health packs actually. There's pills.
Oh hell yes!
Which is interesting. So once again, I'm thinking towards the end of this campaign, things are probably going to be a little bit tight. We'll see. We'll see. I killed the most special infected there. Not particularly great achievement considering I was the only human for most of the game. Most kills with a melee weapon. Here, present. I should probably cut this. You know, it's one of those things. I never know where to cut this particular loading screen out, because normally I edit it out, but it's actually got some interesting stats that I do like to have a look at. I don't know. Perhaps if you find it boring, just post a message in the comments or something. I certainly don't mind it. Alright, looks like we've got a second human player there, occupying the skin of Nick, Labyrinth Rogue. And we've got our last person there as well. It's a full team heading into chapter 2 of the Parish. That's quite a nicely paced pipe bomb there. Good stuff. Lengthier mouse perhaps, our newest addition, our newest recruit. Alright, it looks like we've got a couple of runners here. Now, this is another thing about this game, guys, as I'm sure you know from playing it extensively as I have. If you don't stick together in a team, things are going to get dicey for you, and it looks like we've got at least 2 runners here, meaning people who just peg it ahead without actually taking any notice of what's going on with the rest of the team. So we'll see how that plays out. I think it may depend on what tweaks they've actually done to the special infected in terms of rate of spawn and you know, to what extent they put effort into capturing you. I have noticed a lot of tweaks of that nature. I think there's a lot of stuff that goes on under the bonnet when you play these mutations, like damage multipliers and, you know, how aggressive certain zombies behave and things like that. Alright, it all seems fairly straightforward now, but like I said before, look, we're fairly loose. As long as we stick together in twos, we should be okay.
Weapons over here.
For the most part. I mean, if it was Versed, I'd be a little bit more worried, but for the most part with the bots, 2 on 2 is fine. And there we go, tier 2 weapons. This is the proper stuff. This is when shit starts to get interesting. Alright, looks like we've been mobbed there. Doesn't seem like we've got anything particularly to worry about. Now, Spitter. I tried to change to pistols and realised I had a baseball bat. Bad form. Alright, we've got a tank on the go. Tank's on fire. Just chasing him round and round the statue. This is an ideal way to deal with this tank, actually. You get in there with a baseball bat and put a few licks into him. No, not close enough. Let me try that again. Come on, lads. I'd like to think I got at least 1 baseball hit on him there. Baseball bat hit.
Reload.
Yeah, maybe we should have ramped up the difficulty a little bit. It really takes attention out. What's that guy doing all the way over there?
Ugh, what's that smell?
Smells like
M16. Yep, I have one already. Don't worry. You just consider yourself being closer to the group, I think. Alright. This bit can usually get, this little pathway here can get a bit congested. Louisiana is popular with the undead masses, it would seem.
Looks like they're routing people through here.
Who is Cedar, or who are Cedar? Written up on the wall there. Continuing Left 4 Dead's interesting brand of meta-narrative where most of the story is told through indirect means, you know, little bits of dialogue and things on walls, scribbles and things of that nature, corpses on the floor, etc, etc.
Who in the hell shot me?
Interesting way to tell a story, actually, unobtrusive. Alright, crouching for accuracy here.
Weapons over here.
Now this is a bit of a bottleneck in this map, and I imagine it might get a little bit tricky here as we set off the alarm and
There's a pipe bomb here.
and run through the tunnel. Well, it's not a tunnel, but it's, you know, it's a linear pathway. We have to snake back over ourselves like an S a couple of times. In reality, you'd probably set off the alarm and then just... Oh, what's that guy doing all the way over there?
Look out!
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, the Valve guys, the developers, have said that you need to maximise your team playstyle to make sure that you're right on this map. But from what I've seen so far, they've really toned down the specials so that even people running off by themselves they're not getting themselves into trouble. Like normally, I would expect for that person to be like smokered all the way over the map, but I guess it's an interesting thing to consider. Like, to what extent do they playtest this and you know, tweak it about so that it's not actually too frustrating. Maybe they'll post something about it on their blog. I don't know. If you have any comments about it, feel free to post below. That was a nice pipe bomb. Good use of pipe bomb there.
Okay, that better have been an
Alright. I think I might use my own at this point. Let those two guys at the front get enough clearance to actually turn the button off. Press the button, turn the alarm off. Yeah, we've definitely got runners. I guess it's that balance between, you know, keeping momentum going, but not actually segmenting the team, like, you know, fragmenting the team too much. Anyway, let's not worry too much about that now. 4 of us are upstairs. We've just got to wait out this final horde here. Maybe we'll get a tank. I've seen it happen before. Quite a few times, actually.
We have guns here.
It's all under control. Right, we're heading towards the end of chapter 1 now. Oh look, that guy looks like he got himself in trouble there. Once again, the dangers of splitting off from the team are quite evident, particularly in this game. Alright, let me get some accuracy by crouching here and just keep these zombies off him. One of the things I think it would be really interesting to see in the next game actually would be some sort of mechanical implication to protection and shooting your teammates. So basically, you know, if you actually protected quite a lot of teammates, there'll be some sort of positive benefit actually given to you actually in the game, and you know, vice versa if you shoot people. So maybe, we'll see, I don't know. Alright, looks like we've got some shenanigans going on in the safe room here. Someone's voted to boot Lengthier Mouse, and Lengthier Mouse has left the game of his own accord. Can't say I actually caught that, although it did look like they exchanged a little bit of gunfire there. I don't know, it can get quite tense, particularly when you're so dependent on your teammates for your survival. I've seen some very interesting conversations and former friends turn into bitter enemies. Well, if not bitter enemies, at least fall out for a little while over this game. I guess just play well, and there's nothing to worry about. That seems to be the bottom line. Fortunately, I'm an excellent player. So I never have that problem. Alright, looks like Monster might have slipped ahead of me on a number of these stats here. So I've got my game to pick up. So let's do this. This is chapter 2 of the Parish campaign. All squeezed into one video now that YouTube has sort of extended the amount of time that I'm allowed to present in one video. So I'll maybe get this into maybe 2 or 3 parts, I guess, when it might normally be 5 or 6. So that's a good thing. Alright. Our runner runs ahead. Someone's going to have to teach him a lesson at some point, actually. My vote goes to the smoker. But, you know, we'll see all in due course. Alright, so you can see the effect already of not having proper health kits at, you know, at a designated drop spot, such as safe rooms and, you know, the other places during a level where you'd expect to see health kits. We've got 2 people who are continually on red now, so they're on like red health status, but actually buffed up by the pills. So I think that's only going to get worse. This will be one of those cumulative mutations where by the end of things it's gonna be a fucking shit fest, a fuck fest, if you'll excuse the French. I don't know what they thought was so interesting in that room, but I'm not gonna wander off by myself.
That's better.
Not particularly after being bashing them for so long for not being team players. I don't know. I might drop a link to all of these guys through Xbox.com and maybe see if they have any anything to say about how the match went. I don't know. I do it occasionally, and I've had some good feedback from my Left 4 Dead with Mutation stuff actually. So it is by far and away my most popular series of videos, which is cool. Alright, I can hear something down there. I can't see it. That is a fat lad. Or a fat lass. We're gender equal here. There's gender equality. Charges down. What else have we got going on over here?
Heads up.
There's a fat lad indeed. It's actually turning into a bit of a fight to push forward and actually get some kills here. So, although this is a co-op game mode, it's getting a little bit competitive here. No one wants to feel like a loose end at the back, just tagging up, you know, tagging along, keeping the back of the team. Alright, they're all running in through that. If I can hit that canister as they're coming past, that might actually net me quite a few kills. It looks like they've gone over the roof there, so I've just chosen to shoot it anyway. Alright. Noticing a distinct lack of special infected captures here. So I definitely think they've been messing around with that on the back end under the bonnet, as it were. Right, Spitter, let me go and give her a chase. You're not going to get away from me, bitch. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. I might as well clear the place out while I'm up here. Alright, Labyrinth seems to think there's some value to bring in the petrol forward with us. And considering we're probably going to see a tank, that might not be such a bad idea, so...
Frag rounds here.
Good thinking, Labyrinth. I hope you're still not carrying that 25 minutes down the line, but we'll see how it goes. Standard technique here is generally just jump on top of the caravan and do away with them as they climb up for you. Might just take a little wander around. We've got 2 people up there anyway. See if there's any items or anything interesting over here. There we go. And exactly as I thought, he kept hold of that to get the tank. And I don't know if I'd say fortunately, but okay, fortunately we had a tank quite shortly. That was nice. That was good teamwork there. We absolutely lampooned that fucking tank. 4-way crossfire. We were crossing the streams. Oh, jockey. Just when I say there's not many specials, we get a whole barrage of them. Well, that's fine. Let's keep going. Push on, team.
Alright, I gotta call Uncle here.
Alright, someone's dropped a preventative petrol bomb down there. Clear the area out before we go down. That's fine. That Tolik's got the rear. He sounds like quite a decent player, that Tolik does actually. Alright, if we just take a quick gander down at the health there, just take a quick look at our vital statistics.
We might need these.
We're not doing particularly well actually. Still says 2 on the reds. I've got some pills, but I'm pretty close to being in the red myself. He probably needs them more than me. I've given him over. I'm thinking we could probably do with a little bit more dramatic tension actually. It doesn't seem particularly pressured, so me having no health will perhaps imbue it with a little bit of theatrics perhaps, or I'm just going to die and make this a really shit video. I guess we will find out in due course, and I guess that is also what the dislike and like buttons for, so feel free to use them as many times as you want. There's that scream I so know and love. Hunter in. Oh, Tolik's killed the smoker, and Tolik's also killed the hunter there. At least one of us is on form. Well, 2 of us, but I won't speak for the others. I'm joking, obviously. Alright, we're about to venture down to the sewers if memory serves me correctly. Clear out this Shane Gate area first. See, Coach shares my enthusiasm for this and perhaps a little bit of my sarcasm. Alright, picking up the combat shotgun here for ammo if nothing else. If we're actually playing against human players, I'd be quite concerned at this point because this is quite a nasty choke point. However, it seems the deviousness of the bots is in no way matching that of human players. So I guess we're going to be okay. We're going to jump up here, up the ladder, and I'm going to switch videos, so I will see you on the other side. Follow me over, guys. Bye-bye.